This episode of the Shay and Wilson Show was really long, so it's broken up into parts. Each part will be labeled by topics covered, so you consume it all at your leisure.
What I want to talk about was games that you really like that no one else gives.
Oh, I can talk for years about this.
The game I was going to talk about is God Eater. It's titled God Eater in the U.S. because apparently that's somehow less offensive to the religious folk.
Mm-hmm.
It's essentially a Monster Hunter clone that I think is much better than Monster Hunter. You're in like a post-apocalyptic world, and somehow these creatures come into existence. Like they start off as a cell culture, and the cells consume other things, and as they consume things, they grow and they take on the shape of whatever they consume. So I mean, some of them like lions, some of them like tanks, things like that. But they're very large, strong.
This is that one with that chick with the big sword, and she has like that cute hat and skirt on.
Yeah, that's actually the girl.
She's so cute. She has like that plastic. Oh, she's so cute.
Elisa, but
what's her name? Okay, like look up God Hunter Elisa.
Elisa or Elisa, but everything you fight is much stronger, bigger than you. So every fight that you go into, even if you've done like 100 times before, because you will.
Elisa Amelia.
Yeah, something like
Amela.
But very entertaining, very challenging. It's both hack and slash and strategy at the same time. Sorry, my eyes are really itchy right now. There we go.
It's just.
Turn my AC. It's getting too hot in here.
God Hunter. Oh God, she's so cute.
It's for the PSP. I probably put like 150 hours to do it on my PSP.
She's got like those thigh highs on, man, and then like that plaid skirt, and then like the vest and the hat. It's killing it, man. It's killing it.
But yeah, it's on the PSP. I put like 150 hours on the PSP. Now I ported it over to my Vita, just to the PlayStation Network, and probably put like another 20 hours into it this week. Very funny game. So, what are games that you guys like, really like that just most people don't care about?
Oh man, you have no idea. I was just talking to Wilson about this like a little bit earlier about how I don't give two fucks about reviews, and especially if something gets a bad review, I definitely want to check it out. Mm-hmm. For example, one that came to mind, like me and my buddy, like we love co-oping on everything. He's like my main co-op friend. Mm-hmm. But we were looking for something new because like there was nothing good coming out, and so this game that I was waiting for a long time called Hunted, the Demon's Forge.
I've heard of it actually.
Yeah, you play as one guy plays as the tough barbarian, the other one plays as the hot elf archer. And I was like, well, fuck yeah, we're gonna. Yeah, I was like, fuck yeah, we're gonna play this, and I'm gonna play the archer.
I've heard
exactly. I was gonna say no prizes for guessing who played what.
God, you have so much butthurt, Wilson, sometimes. Anyway, I was like, we have to definitely play this. It's going to be amazing. And so it comes out, and like across the board, reviews are like 4 out of 10, 2 out of 10. And they're like deciding shit about like, you know, weird technical things, which like, why have people forgotten about the age when video games were games? And you kind of accepted their quirks and worked around them. And now everyone expects like everything to be like completely streamlined, like completely cinematic experience. Like, what the fuck is with that? That's boring as shit. I hate those boring fucking games. I want a game with quirks and weird shit in it. Like, you know, Diablo 2 is weird as fucking shit. Like, it has quirks, and that's what makes it fun. Hunted the Demon's Forge is a fun as shit co-op experience. It's hard as fuck, which is awesome for me. It has a big learning curve. Even normal mode gets hard as shit once you get like about like 3 hours in. It gets really fucking hard. And then it has 3 more difficulty levels above that. The highest level being old school mode, where it's hard like an old school game, like they're supposed to fucking be, you faggots. Anyway.
There's a lot of anger there. Anyone
Seriously,
else?
like I don't understand why this game got banned. It's fucking brilliant, and you know, just playing it in 2 players is amazing. And Ilara is hot as shit.
Well then, Wilson, Tim, anything from you guys?
Go ahead, Tim.
I don't really.
You know what I hate that everyone likes?
What?
Assassin's Creed. I do not understand why people play them.
I tried playing it. I got them on during a Steam sale for the PC, and the story seems really interesting, but the controls
it's not
unbearable. Like I played the Assassin's Creed 1 for about an hour and just gave up. My roommate told me that Assassin's Creed 2 was better, so I tried that. It's the exact same thing. So, you know, screw that series. Like I really like the plot. I like how it looks. I like the ideas behind it, but I can't play because I find the controls to be.
You know what's the most appealing thing about Assassin's Creed is the period, the time setting. That is the most appealing thing. So when the trailers first came out for the first AC game, you know, they say it's a Crusade setting. I was like, that's cool as shit. So then you play the game, and you're some guy in a fucking like sweatshirt and jeans going into a fucking time machine that reads your brain. Like, what the fuck is that shit?
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Is Desmond's in the future, and he's like the ancestor of all these guys, and they're using the machine.
Yeah, I mean, I know the plot, and the plot's a piece of shit. I don't give a shit about the plot. Just gameplay alone. One thing that's my biggest pet peeves about like this whole sandbox fad everyone's into, sandbox games for the most part fucking suck, and here's why. You create this giant game world with this giant sprawling AI, and then your character literally has 5 really basic game mechanics to interact with everything in that world. Like, what's the fucking point? It's boring as shit. Like, I watched my friend play Infamous. After like 5 minutes, I was bored of fucking watching. I was like, why are you still playing this?
I love Infamous. Oh, God.
Why?
It's because
you can zap and you can punch, and then you have this giant world to zap and punch things. You could have done that in an 8-hour game.
It's not about what you can do. It's about the world you are in. What's going on in that world, and like I like exploring it. I like crawling around the buildings and all that crap, jumping across things, trying to travel, trying to do different things around the city. But I like that it's so large, expansive. It's the same reason.
At the same time, we could look at other open world games like Skyrim or
same reason like Skyrim. Same reason I love the Grand Theft Auto series.
But with Skyrim, it's different. With Skyrim, you can do so much in the world. It's not just like you can punch a guy in the face, do a mission, punch another guy in the face. In Skyrim, you have like all the the crafting, the housing, the interactions with the NPCs. You have the story itself, how you develop your character individually.
But as far as what you can do with the world, I think that what happens in Infamous is sort of like the Dynasty Warriors or Samurai Warriors games. We're just a bunch of guys out there, and you can just use a variety of absurd attacks to just destroy them. And
which is really fun for like a 5-minute diversion, but an open world game.
No. Well, I can do that for hours. My roommate played something like 30 hours of Samurai Warriors Orochi or something like that during one finals or something like that. And for some people, I think that's more appealing. It's just just kind of like mindless carnage of it all.
Right, because sometimes you're in the mood to get on Grand Theft Auto and punch a few hookers and crash a few cars in the buildings. But
I
after
didn't like Grand Theft Auto.
Right, because after 10 minutes or so, you're like, okay, I'm tired of punching hookers and crashing cars in the buildings.
But that being said, back to Assassin's Creed, I don't account Assassin's Creed as the same thing at all.
Yeah, it's true. It's not.
Timely and me,
in that sense.
Basically, that was probably the thing we started being friends on, is talking about Assassin's Creed. We were both like going through, getting every little bit of it and everything. I think the Assassin's Creed games are great.
I love the story.
I'm sad that I haven't completed Brotherhood and onwards. But
what about the combat in Assassin's Creed? In Assassin's Creed, the combat primarily consists of you holding down the block button and counterattacking when someone swings at you.
Well,
and you'll do that 5,000 times per hour. Like, what is the point?
I think the main point of Assassin's Creed, though, like what I really liked about, was the story. The combat's pretty simple, as you said.
Sure. So make Assassin's Creed a movie. Make it a TV show. Do not make a game where I hold block and counterattack and then watch a cinematic of him beating the guy up instead of me beating the guy up. Like,
but that being said,
I have a soft spot for Assassin's Creed because that was the game that got me back into playing games. So.
Okay, nostalgia with games has no place, and for the most part, like, I talk about shit like Silent Hill and whatever, but like when people, especially like the Final Fantasy VII shit, that is not the best Final Fantasy. I don't care if it was your first 3D RPG or if it got you into RPGs. It's not better than FF9.
Sounds pretty personal there.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we're talking about how I like Assassin's Creed despite how stupid it is because it got me back in the games. Sorry, Timothy.
No, but she didn't say despite how stupid it is.
I think in that sense, what I was saying earlier, it's kind of corollary to I was talking about Kingdom Hearts. Is gameplay's kind of meh, controls are meh, but there's
story is
really good story to it.
No, it's not. What?
And the Assassin's Creed story is very good.
The style.
We're talking about the Kingdom Hearts story, though.
The style of the game, the visuals, and the story itself are fantastic. I'll give you that.
I think the appeal. I mean, I enjoy Kingdom Hearts. The appeal for me with Kingdom Hearts was all the cameos and like the big cast of characters was lovable or whatever. The story was stupid. I thought the story was dumb as shit, but I did not care because the game was fun. I liked mashing buttons in that game.
I really liked the story, but I've played Birth by Sleep, Kingdom Hearts 1, Kingdom Hearts 2. I don't play any of the Nintendo handhelds.
Well, to be fair, I've only played the first game.
Oh, the second game's better, by the way. But anyway, anyone else have a game that they love that no one else really cares about?
Well, I don't know that no one cares about it. Anyone who's played it seems to love it a lot, but I really got a soft spot for Bastion.
Oh my god, yes! You just mentioned the game ever.
That is a great game. Absolutely great game.
And it's as close as like perfection as video games can get.
It's a lot of fun.
And that soundtrack. Oh my god.
Yes.
Oh yeah, the soundtrack in Bastion is crazy.
Great soundtrack.
I love the narrator too.
Yeah, no, that feature, that whole thing is just it's really well made. But I mean, it's not that no one cares about it, but I guess it's not huge in terms of.
Yeah, it is an indie game, and like I only played a little bit of it, but one thing I loved about it was like, the way they incorporate the narration into it was like so clever.
Yeah.
Like you'll find a new weapon, and the narrator will just say something like really cool about it.
It's like he tells the story as you do things, so everything you do is kind of like a trigger or something like that. Except
it was really tight.
They're not linear, so as you do things, that the story is told.
I have to sound agreeable now after yelling about Assassin's Creed, everybody.
Well, I did want to say one more thing about that, and this
kind of put a weird spot on the whole show.
It's just you were talking about how the whole thing is holding block and counterattack, and I just wanted to say that's only when you're playing it wrong.
Okay,
if you were playing like a true assassin, you wouldn't have to be counterattacking. You'd have already killed the motherfucker.
In the scripted fight events, really? Okay, sure. I did the stealth kills too, which was another, binary on and off thing. Like you go behind them, hit stealth, you jump from above, hit stealth, whatever. You get the stealth kills also. They weren't fun and gratifying. Like if you get a stealth kill and
counterattacked you. He just blocked and counterattacked you.
No, he did not. And like if you want good stealth gameplay, play Tenchu, where you have to really work for every kill and really work not to get detected.
What's the word that we say we quit this conversation? I can't remember it.
Pre-jack.
Point me.
Way to go, Tim. I forgot we could do that. I would have done that like 5 minutes ago.
All right, fine. We'll move on then. Fuck you guys.
Someone else's topic.
I have a book. I know you guys love books. I hate to bring us down after all this fun video game talk. This is one that's been a favorite of mine for years, since I think I read it in 10th grade of high school. It's House of Leaves by Mark Z. Danielewski.
What is it?
It's a House of Leaves.
Oh, yeah.
It's a very unassuming name for a very profound, very a deep book that's not only like, it's deep in the sense of, the theme of what's going on. It's also deep in just the way it's composed. It's kind of like an experiment in layered storytelling. You have multiple layers. Like you have, at the core of it is a documentary. It's writing about a documentary about the Davidson family who move into a house only to find that for some reason, the inside dimensions of the house are bigger than the outside dimensions of the house.
Okay.
All right, mindfuck. You guys didn't react to that as I thought you would.
Ooh!
Guys, I read this book.
Pre-jack!
I read this book. The inside of the house is huge. The outside of the house is small.
No, I mean, come on.
How stoned were you when you read it?
Fuck out if you had like a random hallway that led to nowhere in your house, right? Anyway, beyond that, you have the guy writing about the documentary, which, by the way, like he's like a blind guy who lived by himself in some apartment, whatever. And then you have the guy who found the dude's writings about the documentary, and then you have the editors commenting on the guy who was editing that. And so it's like all these layers of storytelling. So it's written like a nonfiction, book, but it's just really cool how they do it all, and like the way he uses spacing on pages. It's a really fun book. It's really scary. It'll make you like fucking scared of shadows for a whole month at least.
Oh, that's what I want.
God damn it, Wilson! Just
in that case,
we're being scared. All this scary stuff.
And the interesting thing is, you'll keep reading it, and like every time you'll find something new. Like the first time you read it is a horror book. The second time you read it, you might see it as a romance book. The third time you'll start getting interested in the Zampano guy, the blind dude, and investigating him. And like it's just so many layers and layers and layers that I've never seen in a written work ever before. Like I've never seen anything like it. And I think the guy's a genius. His book that came out after was Only Revolutions, so got tons of hype too. He's a very talented author, Mark C. Danielewski, so I'm just saying, putting the awareness out there. Not that he needs it.
That sort of got me thinking of Durarara and Bakano, which kind of, I don't know how you even freaking pronounce it, but basically, the whole intersecting stories thing. Mm-hmm. And those, if I had to not say Samurai Champloo, it would be those two.
But most of all, since this is a Shay and Wilson show, hot headless motorcycle babes.
Yeah, she is a babe.
God damn.
So hot.
God damn.
Actually, but Henri to me, I know you don't like the glasses chick, but man, I would destroy Henri.
What? She was so boring.
She's a man. Ugh.
Something tells
Okay,
me
okay.
you're
She was
mad.
everything that I hate in glasses chicks. Like, glasses chicks are awesome if they're like really cute and they have a good personality. She was just so boring. Like, what was the point of her? She was so boring to me.
I don't know. There's something about the empty slate character that's so good.
Yeah, so you're a Ayanami
This is like when we were talking about Ghost in the Shell. Like, I don't think you want to fuck me the way I am now. You want to do me when I don't have a soul in my body.
Well, no, not like I want to bang a limp chick.
What the
but
hell
like,
kind of stuff are you into, Wilson?
but I like the idea of a girl who's more or less a clean slate, and like yours to mind warp as you see fit.
Oh, that got dark right there.
Yeah, at first I was like, okay, he likes glasses, girls, ornery, kind of cute things. Suddenly he's got pitch black.
It's like something like we see Wilson's eyes get like this like weird shadow around them. He gets the Bible blackface all of a sudden.
Yeah. No, I mean, but I don't know, like the whole something about. I mean, okay, Henri isn't an example of this particular trait, but the whole undying affection thing. The like you can't do enough wrong thing.
Oh man, okay. When it comes to the undying affection thing,
I
the best
dig
characters are the bimbo airheads who are just super devoted to their dude.
Yes,
Alright.
yes.
That is so appealing. I love that.
Like horror.
Really?
the mother type.
Yeah,
Kari was not an airhead bimbo, man. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
she was.
She was the maternal type, man.
she was both, but yeah, I don't like that type of character at all.
No, dude, she was not the bimbo character. The bimbo character is like Mocha from Vampire and Rosario.
No, doesn't ring a bell.
Yeah, that's totally what it is, Kyle.
No, I never read. Sorry,
I checked Reddit and it said that was right.
I think Shay might need to take a nap.
I think he's getting cranky.
I have a lot of stronger
He calls
things
me
to-
the cranky one, but at least I'm like I plateau at a normal amount of crankiness. He's kind of spiking today.
All that anger. I didn't get all of it out during Nephilim.